Hello, 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 hello. It's gonna get spooky today, and we're gonna be doing some doodling, spookily doodling, Halloween doodling. So we are today. I just wanted to do like a live stream. I was like, hey, I was going to do a Halloween scene, and I'm here. I'm joined by I don't know why, but it says that I'm Mariana. By some reason. I'm gonna change my name to Paps. For some reason, I just changed it to Mariana. But no, I'm Paps. And look at this. Here's Mariana. Say hi, Mariana. Paps and Mariana. So today we're going to be doodling just like a little scene, a Halloween scene with a couple of friends. And it's going to be a little bit interactive. So if you want to join, just go on the chat, and we'll love to see you on the chat. Just like a say hi, and on the chat, just like say hi, and you can participate and tell us like where what should we drawing we could post this what should we drawing on this spooky Halloween scene. Okay, so should we get started, Mariana? Yeah, let's get started then. Let me just share my screen here, and I already started like doodling this, and let me just turn off this caption. Yeah, and just like a little caption is like, where are you from? But like already started like putting together this scene, just like a couple of friends, a couple of characters, and the idea is just to make it a little bit spooky. And to make it spooky, we can, I don't know, maybe turn one of them into a witch, or maybe into a ghost, or maybe into a pumpkin, or maybe a skeleton. I don't know. Like, go to the chat and just like let us know what do you think will be good. So, like in the chat, we are on LinkedIn and on YouTube. On YouTube or on LinkedIn, if you're seeing my profile, you can. Also Facebook, I think. So also Facebook, you can just like leave a message, and we can just like add a message. Sorry, just like a leave a message, and then we can potentially add it there to the drawing. Also on Discord, if you're on Discord, the Humankind Discord, just like a we're also checking the Discord in case you want to comment or something. So okay, so we have our characters here. I'm just going to zoom in here. I already did the basic shape, so as you can see, hey, it's just pretty basic, just like head and a couple of friends, and one of them has like big hair, and the other one has like, I don't know, like a ponytail, and she's like pulling on the ponytail. And I was thinking that we can make it spooky. So how should we make it spooky? Hey, no one has said anything about making it spooky. I'm looking for some spooky ideas, but maybe this can be like a witch. What do you think, Marianne? Yeah. Yeah, so I was thinking that it was getting their hair, but maybe it's more like getting their just like a their little. Ooh, hold on, I'm in a different layer. Maybe she's pulling her uh, the edge of her hat. What do you think? Yeah. Although I think it's a little bit too high. Let's pull this a little bit lower. Yeah. And let's do this maybe a little bit lower, like this. Yeah. I think I went a little bit too high. But yeah, right now we're just putting the idea here, there's no doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just like sketching around, and usually when I'm sketching around, I'm just like almost like forcing the idea until it appears. It's kind of like the more I doodle, the more the idea appears. Is kind of like magic. I don't know. I mean, you're also an artist, Mariana. Has this happened to you? Where it's like but like doodling a lot like that, like the idea suddenly comes in.
Yeah, like there's a saying that like Michelangelo, he didn't like plan his sculptures because he was just like graving in stone, finding the form. And I feel that it's the same in like doodling. Like you just start to sketch something and find the form in the way. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. So it's more like a it's it's just like forcing it with different shapes, and suddenly like something will just like appear out of nowhere, you know. um
And my favorite part is like putting white because sometimes it gets super messy with all the black lines. So when you like erase something, like
like
suddenly
this.
it pops.
You
Yeah.
know, like for example, here I'm actually like drawing a mask, right? I think she should be holding a mask here, but by just erasing this, then suddenly, like you were saying, just the idea pops, right? And now we have a little mask, and maybe it's just like a mask like this, and it's like a Jason mask. What do you think?
I was thinking more like the Zelda mask, like the Majora's mask. I don't know why.
Yeah, 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 because you're a nerd, and that's why.
But
Uh,
okay, we're spooky. So Jason is better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's okay. Don't be ashamed of your nerdness. It's okay. Just own your nerdness. You were thinking about a Zelda. It's so weird, like how like now actually thinking about Zelda. It's actually not cool, you know. But like, let's say 10 years ago, like any gaming thing will be like, yo, you're a nerd, man. You're such a nerd. And now it's like, no, dude. Like I'm a cool dude. I'm a
Come
cool
on,
gal.
Zelda is super cool.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. It's just like a.
Though,
It's cool. It used to be not cool. So, but how the world has changed. But yeah, like what do you think? Something like this?
yeah, it looks spooky. It needs a little bit of blood, just a little.
Oh, oh wow! You're getting a. I
Yeah,
was trying to do a PG scene, and you're getting all R-rated all out of a sudden.
just a little bit. It's Halloween. Come on,
Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I like your idea.
and
Yeah, yeah.
it's fake blood.
It's well, let's say that it's a little bit of ketchup. What I think.
Exactly. It can be ketchup or like. Have you ever done fake blood? Like with the
Uh,
corn syrup and like the red little drops of paint, of edible paint.
um, I don't think I mean, I had fake blood, but I never made it myself. Is that what you're asking? Like
Exactly.
actually, like like cook fake blood?
Exactly.
Is
Have
that
you ever cooked your fake blood for your customs?
because no? Like I just like have something called like ketchup. I just go to the market and just like get some ketchup. But like, hold on, how do you make your own fake blood?
Oh my God. So I can imagine you at the Halloween party just smelling like a hot dog.
Like a
Like,
hot dog?
yeah, with a lot of ketchup.
I yeah. So hold on. So like I think we're getting this. Like we have Jason and we have the little witch, which is pretty nice. And I was also thinking of from this. I'm here on Bueno, and on Bueno I put together this collection of like a lot of different variants from like humankind characters. And I was thinking that maybe we can get one of this and just like base it on one of these. What do you think? So, for example, at least like let's go back. I don't know, like maybe some of the clothing or something. For example, I like this idea of just like grabbing one of these. So I'm just gonna like, yeah. Do you like that idea of like maybe the witch has uh,
Like potions.
like potions like here, like just something like this too, just like grabbing ideas from this thing that I drawn. But maybe she. Do you think she should be wearing like a dress? By the way, let's do what you were saying, where it's like, hey, we just like put potions like this, and maybe she's wearing a dress, like a long dress. What do you think?
Yeah, we just
Or should it
do
be
wear dresses.
like a little bit like shorter, like around here? Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this, and then maybe it is like this, and also. like this, and let's see if we get an idea from something somewhere else.
You know what? The that witch needs some really cool shoes.
Some really cool shoes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like shoes or boots?
No, no, shoes, like witch shoes, like the
Yeah,
ones
so
the
like
witch.
old shoes, right?
Yeah,
So maybe like this, like there's something like this. Like they have uh, a belt here, you know? You know what I mean?
exactly, exactly. Like the ones from the Wizard of Oz.
Hmm. Hmm. You mean the red shoes?
No, no, the shoes of the witch.
Shoes of the Witch. I actually don't remember that. Like, but I'm just imagining that like a witch shoes will have something like this. Like, oh, but the witch's shoes were more like this, no? I see what you're saying. More like this, and wasn't she wearing like also socks? They were like line socks. Yeah, right. So we need like socks that are like this, so she can be a witch. And maybe we just like erase some of this part, just so. Hey, there you go. It's forming. This is becoming something. You know?
Yo, Pablo,
Yeah.
Kokoro, it's proposing a thorn cape.
A what?
A thorn cape.
Torn cape on
Yeah,
the witch.
on the witch.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm torn about that. But no, yeah, I think she should have like a cape around here, and it's shorter than the dress. What do you think? So the cape should go around here, and maybe like if it is going to be torn, maybe it's something like this. You like that? And then we need the cape to come from over here, right? Now, what's going on with our little friend on the other side? Also, by the way, we should just like think about like ghosts and stuff. So, so just thinking out loud here about ghosts. Shouldn't we have like little ghosts like this, and maybe some gummy kinds around here that are also dressed up, like maybe another gummy kind witch,
And we
and
need a pumpkin.
we need a pumpkin. Yeah, maybe,
And a black cat.
and a black cat. Okay, cool. So it's a lot of requests already. That's okay. That's okay. We can take them. We can try. We can try. I don't know. I'm not saying we're gonna get to all of them. But what about a gummy kind that is like wearing a pumpkin on top? You like that?
Yeah, I like it. It reminds me Cubone. Do you remember that Pokemon?
What? Cubone? Cubone?
Cubone.
No,
Cubone.
I do not know what you're talking about. Is that a game?
Oh, so no, Cubone was a Pokemon that it it was
Oh,
wearing like a skull on his head. Super cute.
gotcha. Okay. What if this is actually like a person, like is dressed up as a ghost, but it's just like a spirit that is dressed up as a ghost. So it's actually flying. There you go. What else? So, by the way, like, should or Jason, like, should she actually have, like, maybe she needs, oh man, I don't know what I'm doing. There you go. Maybe she has, like an axe. You like the idea of an axe? Too violent?
It's a little bit scary, but
Well, yeah, it has to be scary. I mean, they were like they actually are carrying these just on a regular day because it's kind of scary out there in the land of kinds. So this is just her axe that she uses daily. you know she's a ranger. She goes outside and just like chops some wood, because like they need to. Maybe she's, and maybe you know what she has this. She's she's like Jason because she already has the overall. You know, she's already a ranger. She already uses this in her workshop. You know,
So like this custom was pretty convenient for her because she already had everything.
yeah, exactly. So she already has the overall. She already has this like utility belt, and she was like, "Oh, I'm." You know, when have you ever gone to one of these Halloween costume parties, and you're like, "Oh, I forgot to grab a costume," and you're just like grabbing around whatever you have, and then you turn it into a costume. I think that that's what happened here. She had her overall, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna be, I don't know, like a crazy, crazy murderous mechanic." You know. Um, uh, uh, I don't even know how to draw those. Aren't those just an axe, like a very long axe, like this? Yeah, gotcha. Well, no, she doesn't have that. So she was trying to find stuff in her. Remember, we have a story here. We have to be coherent with our story. And I don't think she had one of those. You know? But she did have an axe because she uses that stuff in her workshop to chop wood because maybe she does the stuff with wood, you know? And she's like, yeah, okay, cool. I'm going to put some ketchup on this axe. And now suddenly it's a very murderous. Um,
Babs, what do you think of including like the ketchup sauce in the scene? Just like to be sure that it's ketchup.
yeah, 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 sure. Like, maybe it is. So, do you think something like this, you know? So in this future, apparently there's still ketchup. There's still someone fabricating ketchup, but I can see that this is like a homemade ketchup, but it's like someone who makes their homemade ketchup and still does it like this. Do you like that idea? Yeah, and I like this idea of the ghost that is like this, and we need our little dress to fall like this, almost like a. It's almost flowy. I love that the dress is almost a little bit flowy. Do you like that idea?
Yeah, and those are like the funniest dresses to wear.
The funniest
Yeah.
dresses to wear. Now, I don't know about the idea of this because, like, if it's flowy, then how is this? It's okay. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to make sense. uh, so okay. So far, I'm liking this. You know, what else should we think about? Mm, 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 mm,
Mm,
mm.
so, Babs, there's a lot of people, well, just Manu. Manu is curious about the Nifty drop. So I am wondering if at the end of the show you can show us a little bit of on what you are working.
Yeah, that would be cool. Another thing that we can do is at the end of the show, we could um, we could share an invite to our Discord. What do you think? Yeah.
I'm
So let's
in.
get an invite for one person. One person. Well, maybe five. Let's get an invite for five people. No, one person. One person will be the lucky one to get on our Discord, and you have to be here to join us. But yeah, at the end, I'll share a little bit of that. So, what do you think about our little? How is it going? How it's going? We need more ghosts. What do you think?
Yeah, it's looking great. I feel that also maybe Maya needs something on her hair.
Um, like what? Well, I wasn't thinking that this was Maya, but now that you say it, yeah, maybe she is Maya. Yeah, I wasn't thinking, I wasn't picturing her as Maya, but now I am. So, what do you think? Yeah, maybe we have the utility belt and mm, and what else? I think they should have like a bag for their uh, their candies. So let's do that here. She's pulling her candy. Maybe maybe Maya also has like candy here. I love that their candies must be like fruit and stuff because there's not a lot of like candy stuff in the land of kinds. Or maybe there is. I don't know. You like this?
I like it. Also, in the comments, people are proposing schools, that you need a little bit more of schools in the scene.
Schools like okay,
Schools.
yeah. So
Schools.
so the school of what?
Oh my God. Skull. Skull.
Yeah, they just
Skull.
left.
But yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah. What if they're like it's a ghost that is actually like dressed up in a skull? Yeah, you like that?
That it's coming from school.
It is coming from school, so they have their backpack
Exactly. And their books.
and they have some books here. You know, are we cool with this?
Love
Then
it.
I like that the ghosts are dressed up as something else too. The ghosts are like, okay, I'm a ghost, but I need more stuff to be. I need more. Maybe
What about some devil horns?
ooh, devil horns. Maybe like this. And maybe they even torn the thing to get in there. So this one is also coming from school. So maybe even Maya is coming from school. She has her backpack and she's pulling a lot of different candies. She has her backpack. She's being practical. She knows that some candy that she might like, she doesn't want to.
Babs, I feel that we also need bats.
Bats? Okay,
Bats.
cool. So she should be wearing.
Now you're gonna throw a baseball bat. Oh my God.
Yeah, so
Bat.
like a bat like this.
B-A-T.
You're right. Let's draw a bat. And what if actually our little ghost here has like bat wings? You know? And yeah. The other day I drew a bat and I really liked drawing a bat that it was like kind of like just like hey, hey, you know, just like this. And then I drew another bat, but this bat had like I was imagining that it was like a bat that had like a one of its wings were hurt. So maybe
Oh,
I
like a mechanical wing.
I drew one that had a mechanical wing, but maybe this one it just like has
Oh, like a band-aid.
like a band-aid, because it was creating chaos, which was like out there. I think there. bats are misunderstood. They're like black and pointy, and they're in the dark. So everybody is scared of them, but they're just friendly little dudes. They're just like, yo, I just like the dark, and I like sleeping those from head. I do weird stuff. I'm a weird creature. Leave me alone. I think bats are like that. And then I'm pretty sure that it got like hurt because of someone who doesn't understand bats, and they got scared, and then they hit the bat with a bat. Pow! And the bat like, yo, I was just coming out. What the hell? So I was not trying to suck your blood, because there's this misunderstanding about like bats sucking your blood, but there's it's only I think there's only one type of bats, the ones that actually do that. Most of them are just like, yo, I just want some worms and some other stuff.
I think that they even just eat fruit.
They yeah, because they're fruit bats. Is that what you're saying? Fruit flies? They're fruit bats instead of fruit flies. They're fruit bats. uh,
Yeah, they are into bananas and strawberries and mangoes.
so Okay, so I think that we almost have this. Now, what should this little character? First, she was pulling her hat, but maybe she's doing something else, with her other hand. Or no, she's doing nothing. Maybe she's the one with. Oh no, I know what she's doing. She has no, she has a broom. You know. What do you think? So she must be holding this broom.
But it's like a super technological broom, right?
Yeah,
Not a common
actually,
one.
let me show you this. I think I made this recently. This was like Maya in a very techy broom, and it's like it's a broom, but really it's powered by a motor. So maybe it is something like that. But maybe for this we keep it simple. I think you know since it's not flying, maybe it's not going to be obvious. But always hands are the most difficult thing to draw, yo. If you're an artist like me, you will know that hands are just difficult. And sometimes I draw four uh, fingers, and sometimes I draw only five. I draw five fingers. Sometimes I draw. Oh, what happened here? My opacity went
So
too
your characters are like this.
Yeah, so sometimes they will be with they will have five fingers, and sometimes they will have four fingers. Man, I'm having trouble with my shortcut keys. Okay, I am liking this. Let's clean up the composition. I think. What do you think? It's
Perhaps
not.
maybe this is too much.
It is
But
already. It is.
someone is proposing a little monster kind dressing as a human.
I see where you. I see what you're doing there. I don't know. I'm going to say no to that idea. Creative, creative. Thank you for that idea. But I'm going to say no to it, and saying no, that shouldn't discourage you from keep sharing your ideas. Sometimes we have to live with people saying no to us. That's the more people say no to us, the stronger we get, and the less it matters to us. Because like hearing no from someone, usually just like, hey, you feel it's personal. They feel like they're saying no to you, not to your idea, and you can feel bad. But if I've learned something is that you have to get used to that, getting rejection. I'm practicing. Oh, putting limits.
Putting limits,
Putting
yeah.
limits. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Just like here's the thing. Let me share why I'm saying this. Like, let me just create a new. It will look creepy. That's why. But it will not look. I don't think it will look cute. Like, let's say that this is a monster, right? Let's let me go and just.
Prove your point.
I
You,
mean, maybe it is. You know. So I think that that will look creepy. Maybe it looks cute, but I'm more scared of this than I'm scared of this. Way more scared. I'm like, dude, do not stay away from that, because that looks like something that is pretending to be like you and is trying to blend in, and then it's going to hurt you because it's. You know what I'm saying? Is this no? Well, now, well, here it is. This is why, because it's actually really scary. That's why I said no. So your idea was actually good. So imagine this. This even looks more scary now. Because, yeah, and more if it is like this. Okay, I'm going to stop.
okay, now we all will have nightmares.
Exactly. Look at that. That's going to give you some nightmares right there. And now I like it. This is actually creepy. Okay, cool. So let's continue with, or I think we need something here. What should it be?
Maybe the moon.
The moon. The little moon. The little moon. I'm not great with drawing circles, as you can see, but keep keep drawing multiple circles until you get one. Okay, I'm liking it. Do you like it? Are you feeling it?
Yeah,
Do
it's
you
pretty
feel it?
cool. Tell us in the comments if you like it.
Oh, I think I did something. Okay, well, even if they don't like it, even if they say, "Yeah, I don't like it," it's okay. Still gonna make it. You do you do that, Mila? I feel like you do that. You do that. Hold on. This should be the
For
opposite.
sure.
It should be like this, right? Yeah, I was drawing it the wrong way.
I sometimes even take pictures like of the position of my hand and put them in the drawing as reference.
Yeah, exactly like that. Oh wow, what did I do? I did something that I should have not done. I don't know why I did what I did.
Actually, that's something really cool. I feel that people they think that like when we're drawing something or like artists they don't use a lot of references and that everything comes from our mystical and super powerful mind. But for example, myself, I use a lot of references. I need a lot of references to build my compositions.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, a lot of stuff comes from our heads, but even what comes from our minds, there's something, a reference, a memory of something. So, and and I think there's also this. Uh, I don't know how to call it, like this myth, and also that is this myth is also perpetuated by other artists, and it's like, oh, if you use a reference or if you uh, I don't know. It's like you're cheating, you know? And it's like, you're not cheating. You're just like, hey, you're trying to get your drawing to look okay. you know? So why not use the tools at your disposal?
Yeah, and I feel that it's because as artists, we don't share a lot of our process, so that makes us look better, because people, they tend to see things when they are finished and looking really great, but I feel
Yeah,
that like we all build really bad stuff, and in the process it gets really cool, and in the end it's shiny and perfect.
yeah, and I mean, I don't know, I love that about like, hey, first of all, sharing the process. Always share the process. Why? Because then, uh, I mean, here right now, people were like actually sharing their ideas too. They were part of the process too. You're inviting others to be part of it, and then somehow, sometimes you will come up with ideas. Well, you will not come up with ideas. Others will come up with ideas. You draw them, and then you like you get all the credit. You get the credit from other people's ideas, and then no, I think it's cool to share your process, like a make it more so people understand what is behind, and I think people appreciate it more, right? Because like then they realize that it wasn't just a button that you press on Photoshop and then suddenly a drawing appears. It's just like I think that some people even assume that that it's just like it's just easy. No, it's just like don't you make this in like 5 minutes? And I was like, dude, no. So it's good to share the process because it also like makes people understand and value what is behind. I believe that, and also invites them to be. Also, it can also make them feel like, yo, I can do that. Look at that. I that's something I can do, and something that I wanted to do. Why shouldn't I do that? So yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about?
That it's cool to share the process
It's
because
cool to share the process.
in that way, people can learn and can see that artists are not perfect. They made a lot of mistakes in the process, but in the end, if you trust your creative instincts, you end with something really cool.
Yeah, I I agree with that. And look at that. Look at how we are rotating our screen so we can get that. I rotate the screen, you know why? Because like the angle my hand when I draw, uh it's easier to draw some angles. So if I rotate the screen, then I can get this drawing, easier. If I try to do it the other way, well, I could have done it, I guess. But I don't know. My hand feels like, yo, if you do that, it's gonna be easier for me. Listen to your hand. Your hand is telling you, yo, come on, make it easier on me, baby. You know what? She's wearing boots. She has to be like military boots or something, just like those do look scary. And they're boots that she had in her workshop too. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Shoes are something else that I always struggle to draw. Shoes and hands, shoes and feet, I guess, in general. It's something that I should practice more. If I struggle with that, and um I know that that's a struggle for me, I should practice it more, right?
Yeah, but you know what? You're getting really good at like the proportions of the whole art of humankind. And I don't know like if you are conscious of this, but you have been making these doodles for 8 months now. So it shows a lot how good you are getting, like into building all the style and have the correct proportions and to build these characters really, really fast.
You are you're not wrong. Yeah, I've been doing this for a while, so it should show. Right?
It shows, it shows.
if,
Don't worry.
if it doesn't, like, dude, like that would suck, because then that will mean that I'm not getting better.
No, it definitely shows. And And also, it's really cool that now we have like this whole art team that they are also really good at doing this. I'm so hyped.
Yeah, shout out to the art team in Humankind. It's Juan, Chico Nube,
Juanimator.
and Brandon Kind. They are amazing. They struggle a lot. I will say that they struggle a lot to get my my style. They were. I was like, no, not like that. And it was me just like they really try to get my style, and also, well, that is not my style anymore, it's the humankind style, and that it was born from my style, but it's like, no, hold on, this is what the humankind style should be. And obviously, as artists, every artist brings a little bit of them. So I had to put limits on like where it was good to for them to add, and where was not good for them to add, and just follow the style that was already established, and yeah, established by me, but now it wasn't mine anymore, it was just like the humankind style now. So they did struggle a little bit in the beginning, but that's just like with anything, right, where you're learning a new tool in a way, and they were learning the style. So in that way, they were learning how to let go of their instincts as artists, and adapt to to the style that was already established. And that's sometimes hard for a lot of artists. That's impossible, right? Because like for them, it's like, no, dude, like I already draw like this, so it's it's hard for me to try something different, because like it's actually not good, because like I already have my style, and I cannot, and I'm only wanting to do stuff in my style. So I know that for some artists it must be difficult, but and it was a little bit difficult for Adan and for Brandon, but they got it. Now they draw better than me. you know?
Yeah, that's something that it's really fun, right? Because I feel that like sometimes for you it's like you following your gut instincts and taking decisions because but like not rational decisions, just like feelings. But for them, I think that it's something more rational. Like
Yeah.
so so yeah, they made things that look even better than yours because I feel that they are doing it like with a lot of consciousness.
Hmm. You're right. Yeah. It's, sometimes I have to ask them to not be. It's something that I learned, that like I've had all their kind of ventures, artistic ventures, like having a band, a music band, and I was the one making the songs. I've always been the one making the songs in all the music bands that I had. Uh, and I have to. My style is like I'm not a musician. I'm just like someone that feels the vibes, and so I press the buttons, I press the keys until they do the things that are in my head. But for musicians, like for example, in one of my last bands, he started in Berkeley, the Berkeley music, like I don't know what it's called, the one that is like the biggest music
In
university,
Boston.
like
Yeah.
yeah, in Boston. So he's a genius also at music, and me, the one who is like, I'm not a musician, I've never learned music theory, and I was teaching him how to do the songs like in my style. So he had to like, and I was like, dude, no, hold on, like do it in a little bit more. How would you say, like in a more natural way. He learned the theory, so he was a machine doing like a very good machine, like making music. But I was like, no, let go of those things that you already know, and do it in this more fluid and more natural way. And this is a way of saying like this way of like someone who does actually doesn't know how to play. You
I
know?
feel that it's more like when you know your craft, for example, music, and you study like a lot of music, so you try to be pretty precise,
Yeah,
because yeah, music is about feelings, but in a lot of
it's math.
other, yeah, but like in another context, exactly, it's math, it's about precision. For example, I was talking with a friend that she plays the cello,
Yeah,
and she was telling me like, okay, when I play like with the orchestra, I have to be pretty precise,
yeah,
so I need to practice like 10 hours a day to in order to get that precise when I'm executing my cello playing.
yeah,
So but the thing that you are describing is something more like just having fun and creating in a more, I will use this word, but it's like in the good in the good side, like in a dirty way.
you know what?
In a dirty way.
Dairy.
Dirty.
Oh yeah,
Dirty.
30. Yeah, yeah, totally 30. More fluid, more like, I mean, just look at my drawings. My drawings are a mess. My line is all over the place, but it has, I want to, I dare to say that it has a feeling, even when it's all messy and all dirty and all like full of crap. It is also full of feeling. That's what I'm, that- at least that's how others have described it.
Yeah. So to conclude my idea, my favorite thing of this is mixing both,
Yeah,
like in jazz, like in a jazz band. You need to learn how to play,
yeah,
but there's plenty of room to just improvise and put your feelings in there. And sometimes it's, I don't know, it sounds weird, but that's the cool part of the improv.
yeah, totally. You have to let go, I guess. That's the whole idea. I'm realizing that I don't have enough space for the cape, but they wanted it to be torn, so let's do it like this. And I'm pretty sure that even the dress, maybe we do a couple of patches here, you know? I feel like here in the land of kinds, everyone is just like using stuff, like making stuff from pieces, making new things from pieces of other things. Like a whenever one of their pants gets torn, they don't just like throw it away. They fix it with another piece of cloth. You know, that's that's how I imagine this world, where they have to be really crafty about those things.
That's super Gen Z from you.
Oh, really? What
Yeah.
do you mean?
Yeah, like there's a whole, like a big trend of upcycling clothes. Upcycling means to get some vintage clothes and do something else with them.
Oh, yeah,
So
like
like
what we're going to be doing with our like sweatshirts.
exactly. So there's like a huge trend of like little stores that are emerging all around the world where they do upcycling patches, and I don't know, they do cool stuff with old clothing.
Yeah, and then it becomes unique. It's the whole idea of just like everybody is wearing the same freaking clothes because everybody bought from Target or everybody bought from Zara. So, and like fast fashion got a little bit too fast for me, and now and they just make stuff so it breaks apart and you buy something else. And low quality, fast, and also the people who make it, they get just exploited to make that, like keep that pace. And so wearing that stuff, you don't only just look like everyone else, you're also just like not doing good for the planet. It's and you're not being original, and So I don't know, like I, but it's also affordable, you know. But the idea is that, hey, how to make that other stuff affordable too, right? And you do it yourself.
Yeah, I was into fashion like a lot some years ago, but then I suddenly realized that like I felt used, because I don't know. I get into fashion because I was like, yo, I'm expressing myself. Look how cool I look, like just expressing my creativity through my clothes, blah. But then I realized, oh shit, like, no, they are using me
Yeah,
to promote their brands, to promote their, I don't know, their bad agenda. And I don't know, now I feel better wearing my look, like my clothes, they are they are full of paint because I don't know, I use them for paint, for painting. And I'm
yeah,
okay with
yeah. Hold on. So, like, I'm not against like expressing yourself. I'm not against against using fashion as a way to tell a little bit more about yourself. I'm more against about like the fashion industry that exploits designers, exploits artists, exploits people, exploits the planet, and makes people look the same. And it's not cool. That's what I'm against. Like like a lot of the fast fashion actually doesn't allow you to express yourself because like you're just it's already prepackaged. It's already here's something that that someone else designed and everybody's wearing and just like be the same as everyone. I I, I
yeah,
think it just
that
like
was my
lost its thing. But like I'm all about like something that was designed with a lot of meaning and that is like scars and that is like that an artist made it, you know. So that's I I'm all about, and also something that you transform into something else, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, what I was telling was that I think that like the fashion industry, like with this speech of express yourself through fashion, they sell you a lot of crap
Yeah,
that it's
I
really
see.
bad for
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
for the planet, for other humans. And as you were saying, like it's cool to express yourself through things that you really like, that they are good for you, like they will last you a lot, they will fit you, they will be pretty comfy,
yeah.
you will feel good with them.
Yeah, and it should last. It should be something that you wear like for a long time too. It's something that like fashion almost like wants you to change your clothes every time. And it's not and fashion trends are almost like something that were created also just to keep selling you stuff, you know, and keep. But selling you stuff means producing more stuff, means exploiting more people, exploiting the artists to just keep creating crap. Um, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think that it's cool to have trends and to have styles. I'm not against that,
Yeah,
but
but I'm just like
they should.
against the speed that now it has. Like now, it used to be where it's like, hey, there's going to be like one collection per year, usually, like fashion houses. Then, hey, every season, four collections per year. Okay, hey, the summer one. But now it's like 12 or 16. It's just like every month there's a new thing. And you're going to be like, oh, more to choose and stuff. Like, no, but that means that more artists get exploited. More stuff just like, hey, the stuff that was a month ago that wasn't sold, we have to get rid of it. Goes to the trash. And now we need to produce new. No, dude, like, no, that stuff is something good. They turn something good into something bad.
So shout out to all the artists that are upcycling and doing small little shops with their heart in their
Yeah.
cities.
Yeah, and you should support them. And you know what? A lot of that stuff is going to be, yeah, it's not going to be at the same price than Forever 21.
I feel that Forever 21 is not cool anymore, Pubs.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. No, hold on. It's not going to be at the price of Forever 21, whereas like Forever 21, they should sell you crap at like $3.
But I feel that people just like they don't even shop at Forever 21. They are like Shein and
What I'm saying is like, a if you are trying to compare the prices of Forever 21 with the one that is like doing something artistic, yeah, no, it's going to be expensive. But that's because like Forever 21 is just like exploiting people to do it and at a fast race. So at a fast pace. So do not compare it to the Forever 21s or the H&Ms or the Saras because yeah, no, then it's going to look expensive. But like try to compare it with a, I don't know, maybe like a more of a fashion house where it's like a Dior or something. And then, yeah, I'm saying that you go to those shops and then you're like, oh my God, it's 3 times more expensive than Forever 21. Well, yeah, because Forever 21 is crap. Anyway, sorry. I don't know what I'm saying now.
sorry to Forever 21. I don't know if Forever 21 still exists, Pablo. I think yes.
It does, I think. They might be getting into NFTs and selling Web3 stuff. I'm sure. Forever 21 selling you crap as NFTs. I'm sure that a lot of those are going to get in the game. So I would not be surprised.
So, how we are doing with the drawing?
We're doing great. It's a lot. I'm realizing there's a lot of details here. Look at this little dude.
Actually, that's my favorite part of the drawing.
What, the little details?
No, no, that the it's super fun that it's a ghost, but with a Halloween costume.
Yeah, the ghost is like the ghost just exists in the land of kinds, but then they're
They
not
have the
scary.
right, and they have the right to celebrate Halloween too.
Oh yeah, because they're just like as any kind. What I'm saying is that in Halloween, it's not like they're by default scary because they already are in the land of kinds, and everybody gets used to them. So now they want to get in the scary mode too because yeah, I love the idea of the horns. What kind of horns are these? Like a goat?
Like bull.
Yeah, I think but like in pagan uh, like religions and stuff, like when they use horns like this, I think they were from goats, right? It's goats. I mean, the image of the devil and comes from pagan religions. Like as far as I know, like a lot of, so how you say paganas? How you say pagan? Uh, Pagan. Okay, a lot of pagan costumes, whereas like that were suddenly they became diabolic, but that's because of how Christianism wanted to get people to not be pagan. So, like, how do you do that? You turn those symbols into bad symbols. Like, as far as I know, like a lot of images of the devil and stuff were actually just like a things that were celebrated by pagan cultures, whereas like a nature and just like different things that like the weather and those those customs and those symbols became bad symbols in Christianism. And anyway,
Yeah, like it's weird. When I was a kid, I was scared of all of that stuff. But now that I'm old enough, and I'm like starting to read the tarot and get into witchery, blah blah. I don't know. I'm like, dude, this wasn't that scary.
No, they made it scary, and it's like, and it's more based in nature, you know. So it was actually good. But anyway, I'm saying that whenever Christians wanted to take over, they had to turn, and pagan was like the were the means, you know, that they were the ruling kind of thinking, you know. So they're like, how do we get these pagans into our religion? Oh, let's change the symbols. But a lot of the things were still like grabbed from pagans. A lot of the celebrations and stuff. That way, because pagans were like, dude, like
They were super
and
fun.
December 25th, we all like get drunk and we all like do like a lot of stuff, you know. We party, and they're like, okay, well, let's have a party on December 25th too, okay? Well, but now it's going to be a Christian party, okay? And they're like, okay, cool, well, we'll go to Christianism as long as you keep our parties. So a lot of the celebrations and a lot of the symbols that are celebrated in Christianism come from pagans, but like they were attributed in a way to just like get more pagans into that religion. Yeah. So it's like, hey, okay, well, we'll keep your weird, and as far as I know, there were like a lot of really like weird rituals, like in December, where like they would actually do a lot of like, it was almost like a week of no rules, and just like, hey, during this week, whatever you do, you're not going to be punished for it. And a lot of people would get drunk and just like go and just like actually like kill people, like, and a lot of people who are like, I don't like this person, and but I cannot do anything because I'm going to get like punished for doing something to this person. During this week, I was just like, hey, well, if you want to get rid of this person, you have a week to do that. And as far as I know, there was something like this. I'm pretty sure that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just a myth,
It's
but
like the movie The Purge.
no, seriously, the movie The Purge, it's based on that. It's based on that idea where it's like there was actually a purge, and but like a lot of people would just like get drunk and stuff, and even like the wearing of the masks, as far as I know, it's actually coming from that.
Scary Terry.
Scary Terry, is it Scary Terry around here? Is that what's going on? You know what? But you shouldn't listen to me because I am an ignorant, and I'm pretty sure that I'm getting a lot of this information wrong. So you should do your own research on all of this that I'm saying right now. You should not listen to Pablo on this stuff. Because Pablo, I think sometimes I am I'm sober, but I act like a drunk pirate. I'm a sober drunk pirate
What's the name of that bat?
of this bat.
Yeah,
Emilio or Emilia? I don't know. What
it
do you think?
looks more like an Emilia.
It's Emilia. Oh, sorry about this. Oh man, sometimes my keyboard. Um, so for like grabbing all this stuff, I'm using my keyboard shortcuts, and so on the left hand, I'm doing, and on the right hand, I'm drawing. So, oh, oh yeah. So here I'm on my keyboard drawing. Can you see that? Oh yeah. And then I'm here. I'm drawing. Sorry, keyboard shortcuts, drawing. So that means that sometimes I get my keyboard shortcuts wrong, and I start erasing instead of drawing, for example. Yeah.
Someone in the comments said like uh, the coolest part of like doodling is cleaning everything up and doing like the line work, and I do agree.
Yeah, it feels like the shapes reveal, right? And it feels nice. It's so rewarding, and it feels almost satisfying. I think that's what it is, because now you're sure you about like what you want, so you just draw it, and then it appears in front of you. Okay, I think we got everything. Let's turn off or sketch, and let's just turn on or little drawing. So shoot, mamma mia, let me go. So I'm going to do the shading later, but maybe today, right now, I just do some basic shading. What do you think? Some basic shading, uh, and that way we get a little bit of volume. But I'll do the more detailed shading later. Yeah. So I'm going to use my like, I mean, for example, Maya's hair. Let's just draw it black. You know, let's just fill it up. Any. By the way, what scary movies are people watching? Maybe you can ask people. What scary movies? What are their favorite scary movies during Halloween?
Yeah, please tweet your favorite horror movie
Yeah,
and you can tag us.
yeah. Tag us. Yeah, that would be cool if you can tag us while we are drawing. It's hey, just like hey, having some cocoa while watching Pablo and Mila draw some spooky humankind. There you go. That was a copy of your tweet. I hope you were listening, so I can repeat it for you so you take note.
Pops, but like, what's your favorite horror movie?
My favorite horror movie. You know what? I'm going to go with a classic, and I think that's just because that's what the one that really, when I was a kid, really got made me really scared, and that was The Exorcist. And it was actually a really great movie, like a good, like a well-made movie, like coming out of nowhere, like a great direction, great pacing, great structure, like
The music, oh my
the
god.
music, like I don't know, and also just the like back in those days, like usually scary movies were like a the typical monster, you know, the typical like Frankenstein and the witches
Or the
and the
vampires.
vampires, Dracula, ha ha ha. And then suddenly comes, but like usually the evil was separated from people, from normal people. Normal people were the victims of evil, right? And they were not the aggressors. So suddenly comes the exorcist, and holy crap, like evil can take you over, and then suddenly your daughter is evil, you know. So that was like I mean, right in those times there was no movie like that. Now we take it for granted, you know, like an exorcist movie, just like a or evil taking over you, like oh. Back then that really scared the hell out of people, you know, because like suddenly you see this child who seems so innocent and getting taken over by evil. That was, I think that was like that really shocked people. And so, and the movie is a really well made movie, you know. It's not just like a schlocky movie. It's actually really well made. So I don't know. That I remember as a kid watching it. Then I seriously, I really got scared. And you know what? Like the scariest thing was that little the flash that appears of the evil face that suddenly appears for half a second. Papa! Oh my god, that would just like kill me as a kid. As a kid, another one that really that one actually like I would have nightmares about, and I couldn't sleep was Nightmare on Elm Street. So like Freddy Krueger movies. Holy crap, those were scary as a kid.
Yeah. And also, what scared me the most was like the fact that maybe when I was sleeping, something bad could happen to me. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. Just yeah, exactly. Once you're by yourself in the dark, right, and evil comes out, and usually the movies, the scary movies are like, and the evil monsters in the scary movies attack when it's at night. So, but now, what are my favorite movies? I mean, I can still consider The Exorcist my favorite movie just because of that nostalgia, and it's because an actual good movie. But I would say that there's just like a ton of really good horror movies now that have come out. Like after a ton of like bad horror movies, like now we have actually like a good, like a new r- what do you call it? Renaissance of good horror movies. Yeah, I would say, like that. Oh, dude, like, dude, just change yourself. Sometimes, again, keyboard shortcuts are doing their thing. Can you give me an example, like, of a contemporary good horror movie? Yeah, for example, what is it called? I mean, the from the same director as Midsummer is what is it called? Hold on, let me
Oh
look
my
it
God.
up.
Midsummer is so good. It's so
Uh,
beautiful.
uh, but he also directed a different movie that is like crazy good. Hereditary, Hereditary. You know, so Hereditary is a really good movie that like you should all watch. Um, Also,
Pablo, what's the
we haven't
name?
watched it. We should watch it. Yeah.
What's the name of the movie with La Viejita Chucky?
Oh yeah, that's the yeah, I cannot remember the name. They were good. They were uh, usually there are some movies that try to mimic 80s style or like movies from an era. And sometimes they don't do it that well. But this one actually did a good job. And for me so hold on. It was best 2022 horror movies, and it's going this one is going to appear, I'm sure. It was called dude 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 I cannot find it. Oh, you know what? A movie that just came out. Well, and you can watch it for free. It's the Black Phone, and the Black Phone is actually good too. It's a you can say that it's a horror movie. There are ghosts. Spoiler alert. Yeah, there are ghosts. It can and it's kind of like a coming of age kind of movie, but also like with this creepy element, and it's so weird because it's very serious and it's very well made, but also has this spooky kind of a spiritual kind of thing going on, which makes it stand out for me. So yeah, Black Phone. I actually saw the poster and I was like, oh dude, this looks like a bad movie. I was not and I was surprised to realize that it was like a really good movie. So you should watch it. Yeah. But what another one? Another one hit well, Hereditary, I already mentioned it. Another one is The Witch. Um which is
Oh my
is a
God, I
good.
had nightmares with the witch. It was really strong for me.
Yeah, it can be pretty intense, and again, great cinematography, great like really well made movie. So that's another one that, and from the same director, he made this one called The Lighthouse, and that you could say that it's not like a traditionally horror movie, but it's just like one that is like really intense. Like I mean, you couldn't finish watching it, The Lighthouse. Like, and
It was
it's,
super intense.
yeah, and it's creepy and it's just like disgusting. It's so good. But the cinematography, how was that? It was
Beautiful,
beautiful. It's a
beautiful.
beautiful
It was
movie.
it was
Um,
just too strong, like the sound. The sound for me, like it gave me a lot of anxiety. I don't know, it's really good, but pretty strong.
yeah. So The Lighthouse is another great horror movie. I mean, it's not a. That's the thing. Is it? You couldn't say it's just like a horror movie. It's just like a creepy thriller movie that gets like a psychological thriller movie, I would say, that gets really creepy.
Pabs, what are your thoughts on Scream?
Scream?
Scream
Oh,
with an
Scream,
M.
amazing. The original and even the second one is good. The whole series is pretty good. Uh, Again, this one I would say I would call it like they started a new type of horror movie, which is like the meta horror, because in the movie they acknowledge all the different tropes from horror movies, the different stereotypes and cliches of horror movies. They they acknowledge those, and then they make them happen, whereas like don't go by yourself, and when it's creepy and when you hear noises, don't just go by yourself because something's gonna happen. And yeah, that will happen in the movie, hey, don't do those things. And the
They're always doing the most stupid things.
Yeah, so it was from Wes Craven, the same person that did Nightmare on Elm Street. The which he also made another meta horror movie with Nightmare on Elm Street, and I think it's like the last Freddy movie or something like that. And it was kind of like a documentary. Like I want to watch it again because like I watched it as a kid and I remember like I was like, oh, this is scary, but it's not that scary. This is weird. So yeah, that started a new kind of horror movies that are called the I'll call them that some genres, meta horror movies. There's another one, for example, uh, Horror House or Cabin in Cabin in the Woods is another meta horror movie. Whereas, yeah, it's a good, really good movie. There's another one, Ed versus something, where it's like it's a guy. It's just a like hillbillies that live in the woods, and then these guys could think that they're murderers, but they're just like normal guys. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on with these guys. Oh, we have to watch it because it's a horror but funny movie. Uh, so anyway, what I was saying, yes, I love Scream. I loved it when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. I remember watching. I was like, dude, this is such a new thing, and it was like, oh yeah,
What's
and you know
up?
what? They were actually it's called Scream, but its original name, you know what it was? Is Scary Movie. Like
It's a
Scream,
good name.
yeah, but then Scary Movie was used for the funny ones. The what's was the one that is like what's is actually from Scary Movie, the comedy
Yeah,
one.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So it's weird because that Scream also started that kind of almost genre of meta movies, meta scary movies also.
So for me, like the one that it's really like I was really scared when I was a kid was Stephen King It.
Yeah.
Oh, holy crap.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It was, but you know what? I don't know, like I loved that movie,
Yeah.
but I was scared too. So I was always like watching the movie by myself because my mom was like, "You can't watch that movie because in the night you will be crying all around." So I will be alone by myself watching the movie every time I could.
Mm, yeah.
It's super
That's
scary.
those were, and you know what, the newer ones, I hate movies that want to like, "Wah! Look at me," and it's like, boo, and it's just like reaction movies. It's like, that's not, and I mean, you obviously get a reaction. It was like, but that's just it's like if someone was, if comedy it's just as cheap as comedy, someone coming and with and trying to make you, giving you, ¿cómo se dice, cosquillas? Yeah, and someone tickling you, and then you start laughing because it's a natural reaction, and it's like comedy, I'm tickling you, and it's like, dude, no, that's not comedy. That's just a natural reaction that I'm having. So I don't know, not impressed by those movies. Not impressed by the new It movies and all those kinds of movies. Sorry.
So I watched one called Gretel and Hansel.
Oh, I think
Oh
I
my
heard that it's actually the cinematography is really good too, right?
beautiful.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful movie,
I never
but
watched it.
it's
Yeah,
super scary. Super
mm,
scary.
let's watch it.
Yeah, like all the set design is oh my god, beautiful. But it's super scary.
Look at this. We're almost finished. I was saying that I would only do the details later, but we're actually doing it now.
Babs, you know what? I want to do like a second live stream of horror movies and like horror scenes,
Mm.
Halloween scenes. But what if we do zombies this time?
Yeah, let's do zombies next time. What
Yeah,
if we get Betty to join us?
that would be dope.
Yeah, let's ask Betty if she would join us. I'm pretty sure she would, and we can talk about horror movies and stuff. So everybody, if you're uh, a Dead Fella holder, go on Dead Fella's Discord and tell them, yo, Betty, you should go to Pablo Stanley's Doodle sessions and talk about horror movies while he draws. What do you think? I'm sure that she will be like, okay, if you tell me to do it, I'll do it. You know. Betty's so good at that. Whereas, like, if the community asks her something, she's like, "Okay, I'll do it." Da-da-da-da. But yeah, I'm down for the zombie theme uh, thing. We're almost, dude. Let's let's finish at that. What do you think?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really beautiful.
And we actually, after this, we're gonna go make a mural with the Robotos team.
I'm so happy for that. Like we have not painted too much like in real life lately.
Yeah, we're making a mural here in Mexico City. If you're in Mexico City, you can go and learn more about that. We'd love to have you there.
Just send me a message and I can tell you where we are going to be
Yeah,
painting. I'm gonna put here my Twitter.
yeah. Would love to have some of you there. But yeah, I'm excited to do that, dude. Like, I'm almost finished with this, but let's finish it later. Yeah,
It's looking adorable
adorable or aborable. Like,
with a D.
okay. It sounded like you were not liking it. It's okay if you don't like it.
Hey everyone, I just want to show you this. This is a prototype of something in which I am working.
By the way, I'm going to start sharing a part of the invite. Okay. Yeah.
Let's do it.
So, uh, so here's the first letters. Okay. And it's a B. No, hold on. It's a V. It's a Y. And then a capital C. A capital, no, an R. N. Capital V. Capital G. And then the last letter. I'm putting a little thing just to tell you which ones are capital. Okay. And then the last letter is also capital and is the first name, is the letter of the name of my host, of my co host. So this is the capital letter of that. So let's see if some people are getting in.
And please don't forget to go to the intro channel and tell us more about yourself.
Hey, someone got in. Zinc. Zinc. Welcome. You hopped in. So uh, I have the code there. I'm going to keep it there. Another. And let's just yeah, and this is looking really cool, I think. Do you agree, Marians? Let me take a photo.
It's looking beautiful, adorable. I want to have that doodle like really big in my living room
Hey, another
just for
person.
Halloween.
More people are joining here. Sync Upton,
Let's go.
Bass, welcome saying, hey, glad you're here. Bass, welcome, say hi to Bass. Sync is here. And yeah, well, I'm excited for the people who are joining. Maybe more people join us. Let me just put the code again. So it's VY, capital C, R, N, capital V, capital G. And then the last letter is the capital of our co host, the first letter of our co host names. And that's the last letter. Okay, cool. So let's finish this. Do you agree?
Yeah,
Let's,
it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor to be here. I just want to say something really quick, Pablo.
yeah.
And that quick commercial is that we're going to release an open edition of really cool art next week for something we are building with Nifty Gateway. So stay tuned with that. Pabs is going to show us a little bit.
Yeah, let me show you my screen just a little bit.
God, look at that.
A lot of details, a lot of characters you can see. And yeah, this is going to be in Nifty Gateway next week. And it's going to be an open edition. That means that there's going to be the amount sold is decided by you. So in 24 hours is going to be you can mint one. And if you mint one or two, or I don't know how many, and then after 24 hours, if there only 10 were minted, then only 10 exist in the collection. And that's it. So, yeah, and then this money is just going to help us continue doing what we're doing. We're going to use it on just like hey, getting more artists onboarded in our team, and just like continue on our mission to just keep creating stuff, creating characters, and keep building this world with the land of kinds. So hopefully you can help us and you can join us. And
Yeah.
also, yeah,
Oh my God, we are so connected. And also, this is going to give you some utility in the future. So I can't tell you what this open edition will unlock, but it definitely would unlock something really, really, really freaking dope. So I don't know. That's the alpha.
yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. And let me see if more people have joined us. They didn't join. So if you're not already in our Discord, you can come and let's put it here. There's the code. Here's a little code if you haven't joined our Discord. So go to that code, and then there's a missing letter there. And the last letter is the capital first letter of my co host. So, okay. So I'm going to go. Let's go. Let's go draw some
So
murals. You
have
know,
a good one.
let's take a look at the end. Look at what we made. This is so cool. Look at that. Look at all the details. I'm going to finish the details later. Okay. I'm going to do all the shading later. It's going to look better.
And
But
please stay tuned. If you want to get into the Discord, we're going to share more invites next time. So see you then.
yeah. Okay. And bye bye. Bye bye.